You did what you said you would do. You answered the messages, you finished the work, you handled the errands, you crossed things off the list. You were responsible, focused, useful, disciplined. So why does your body still feel like it is waiting for something? Why do you close the laptop, put the phone down, or sit on the bed at night, and instead of relief, there is this strange restlessness? Nothing is exactly wrong, but nothing feels settled either. You may even think, what else am I supposed to do? That question matters, because sometimes the problem is not that you failed to do enough. Sometimes the problem is that doing everything right did not give your nervous system the peace it was secretly chasing. Let's slow this down. A productive day can feel restless when productivity becomes a way to earn permission to relax. You start the day with quiet pressure in the background. If I finish this, I can breathe. If I get through that, I can stop worrying. If I stay on top of everything, maybe I will feel okay tonight. So the task is not just a task anymore. It becomes a bargain. You are not only finishing tasks, you are trying to reduce guilt, feel in control, and prove that you are not falling behind. And for a while, it works. Each completed task gives you a small hit of relief. But relief is not the same as peace. Relief says, the pressure dropped for a moment. Peace says, I am safe enough to stop. If your day was built on pressure, then finishing the day may not feel peaceful. It may simply remove the thing that was distracting you from the pressure underneath. That is why rest can feel uncomfortable after achievement. The list ends, but the tension has nowhere to go. The second reason this happens is that a full day is not always a nourishing day. You can get many things done and still not feel emotionally fed. You can complete every responsibility and still not feel connected to yourself. You can be efficient all day and still feel unseen. You can be useful to everyone and still feel like you never actually entered your own life. A productive day can be externally successful and internally dry. So, when the day ends, the body does not say, beautiful, we lived. It says, we survived the schedule. That kind of day can create a very specific emptiness. Not dramatic sadness, not obvious burnout. Just a flat, restless feeling, as if the day was full but somehow did not touch you. And because that feeling is uncomfortable, your mind tries to solve it the only way it knows. It looks for another task. Maybe I should organize something. Maybe I should plan tomorrow. Maybe I should check that message again. Not because those things are always bad, but because the mind has learned to meet inner discomfort with motion. Stillness starts to feel suspicious. When there is nothing urgent to handle, your system does not automatically soften. It scans. What am I missing? Who needs something from me? What did I forget? Why am I not satisfied? That scan can make rest feel like another unfinished task, and this is where the loop begins. You were productive because you wanted to feel calm, but after being productive, you feel restless. Then you think the restlessness means you need to do more, so you fill the next quiet space with another action. The body never learns closure. It only learns the next round. Sometimes restlessness after productivity appears because achievement was being used as proof. Proof that you are capable. Proof that you are disciplined. Proof that you are not wasting your life. Proof that you are keeping up. When productivity carries that much emotional weight, finishing tasks cannot simply feel good. It has to reassure you. And reassurance fades quickly. That is why you can have a productive day and still feel strangely insecure at night. The task is done, but the question remains. Am I okay now? Was that enough? Can I finally feel proud? Can I stop proving myself for a few hours? For many people, the honest answer inside the body is no. Because their system has been trained to associate safety with motion. If I am moving, I am safe. If I am producing, I am valuable. If I am needed, I have a place. If I stop, something might catch up with me. This is why the solution is not simply to do less. Doing less can help, but only if the nervous system also learns a new ending. The real shift is learning the difference between completion and closure. Completion means the task is done. Closure means your body understands that the day is allowed to end. Many people complete tasks all day but never close the emotional loop. They shut the laptop but keep the pressure running. They finish the list but keep judging the day. They lie down at night but mentally prepare for tomorrow. So try this. At the end of a productive day, do not immediately ask, "What else?" Ask, "What can be complete for tonight?" There is a difference. "What else?" opens the loop. "What can be complete?" closes it. Write 3 simple lines. First, what I completed today. Second, what still exists but does not need me tonight. Third, what I am allowed to put down now. Keep it factual. I sent the message. I finished the work. I showed up even when I felt tired. The project still exists. The uncertainty still exists. The future still exists, but it does not need me tonight. This is not a magic trick. It is a signal. You are teaching your mind that the day does not need to be endlessly reviewed before you are allowed to leave it. You are teaching your body that rest is not a reward only given after perfect performance. And if this kind of quiet inner pattern is something you want to understand more clearly, you can subscribe and stay with the channel. No pressure, just calm tools for moments like this. Another useful question is this: did I only complete tasks today, or did I receive anything today? Because a human being cannot live only on completion. You may need a real conversation, a walk without turning it into a target, a meal you actually taste, 5 minutes where no one gets access to you. Sometimes the restlessness after doing everything right is not a sign that you need another goal. It is a sign that the part of you that lives beneath goals has not been included. So tonight, if you finish everything and still feel restless, do not immediately believe the feeling means you failed. Pause before turning it into another assignment. Say to yourself, the work is complete enough for tonight. The unfinished things can exist without being solved right now. I do not have to prove my right to rest. Your mind may not believe it immediately. That is okay. You are practicing a different ending. Because peace after productivity does not come only from doing everything right. It comes from letting the day be over. Not because every problem is gone. Not because every future risk has been solved. Not because you became perfectly disciplined, but because your life is allowed to contain more than output. A day can be productive and still need gentleness. A list can be finished and still need closure. A body can be tired and still need permission. So when everything is done and you still feel restless, the next task may not be another task. It may be learning how to stop measuring your safety by how much you have handled. It may be letting the quiet stay quiet. It may be allowing this one simple sentence to end the day. I have done enough to leave this day now.